I'm going to wake up, I'm going to do it, I'm going to push play, I'm going to see the results. I want it in 90 days. I'm impatient. And each workout, you sort of dig deeper. Things that you struggled with maybe the first week, the second and third week, all of a sudden, you start to feel stronger. By day 90, that's when I was like, I was lifting some big weight. But then that's what's great about Muscle Confusion is he mixes it back up and you're challenged.
Let's take some pictures.
Hold that. Crush it.
My mother saw my photos and she couldn't believe it. She's like, whose body did you put your head on? That's not our family genetics. Where's your gut? Why didn't I have this body in high school? Do you know how much more fun high school could have been?
Hello, we're all here, and I don't know what was in the water this week, but Beachbody is wild.
I haven't seen that video before, I don't think.
No?
No, I don't think I've seen that.
Why didn't I have this body in high school? Did you hear what he said?
Yeah.
It's so creepy. How much fun?
What a weirdo.
Yeah, and I think it directly we're gonna have the chat on the screen, which is great. It's a first for the SNARK crew to have the chat on the screen. We love that for everybody, so that every channel can see all the fun that's going on. And I will say this. I thought it was a good juxtaposition to have Carl talking about his body and how he overcame his genetics with his apology letter that they never intended it to be about having a beach body when he himself, out of his own mouth, said it was about him having a beach body. I mean, he didn't say those words exactly, but we're gonna talk about a lot of stuff that has hit the fan, and y'all send all the good hearts and vibes to Amy and Cheryl to like recover as best they can.
And Amber, because she's not feeling good either.
Yes, and Amber. Sorry, I meant Amber and Cheryl.
Amber
Everybody just needs the good vibes, especially Cheryl.
I have a sexy voice.
Amber sounds sexy right now.
Dude,
I'm trying to
Amber's
sound like Amber.
bringing the sexy voice and then the hair. It's been a whole moment.
Listen, I look like a potato, so I hope you.
Amber, do you see me?
Yeah. I should get my glasses. That may make me look a little more put together.
Oh my gosh!
At least you look so comfy, Cheryl. So cute.
I am so excited about this couch. Like, if y'all just don't even know, we just got this couch like probably a month ago, and to have it right now is like, I love it. I'm like laying on pillows. Like, that's how great it is. There's so many pillows on this couch. So
love it.
And I'm medicated, so little things make me happy.
Yeah, we've gone from medicated Amy to medicated Cheryl.
Yep. And Amber.
So real quick before we start, the market closed 41 minutes ago.
Oh,
tell us the good news, Jen.
91 cents a share.
Holy crap!
I don't know what.
Carl's just.
I was so hoping it would close at like 89 for the weekend. That would have been awesome for him to have to look at that.
It was there a lot of the day, though.
Yeah.
It was under 90 cents a lot of the day.
Yes, it was.
Wow.
It was.
I cannot imagine.
And you see the pup. He's being very needy today.
Oh my gosh. A floof break. Yes.
I'm not really sure. What does that mean? Can y'all explain what that means to people that don't understand stocks?
It means that Carl has lost like $400
a lot of money.
A lot of money.
Oh,
million.
Wow.
400 million?
So he had originally put in, I'm trying to remember how much it was that he put in, but he has said that he put in most of his money that he had made, he put into stock, because it used to be like $15 a share. It's been up to 15,
12.
I think.
The highest it closed at was like $12.87 in July of 2021.
Okay.
Wow.
So now
When it was public.
Yeah, because he has so many shares, and if it's 89 cents a share, he's lost. I don't even know how much money. It's crazy.
Wow.
That's a
Carl.
90% drop. That's over a 90% drop in way more than that. 99% drop. Like we're in this. Well, we're $1, so
Do
I
you guys
don't
think
even know.
I think we're getting close to the percentages of people that lose money on the income disclosure.
Oh my
year
God.
to date,
How does it feel,
it
Carl?
has dropped 63%.
Oh my God, 63%. Holy
Year
crap.
to date. That's just this year.
I can't do math, so someone explain it to me.
I mean,
Right? Math. I hate math.
Well, okay, so at January 1st, it was $2.48 a share. So now it's 91 cents a share, so it's dropped 63%.
Oh my God.
That's just what it is.
Oh my God. What? Holy
So
crap.
they've lost $1.57 a share since the beginning of the year.
Which
That's a
means that it really sucks for them.
Well,
Wonder
and
how
then
he
the other
feels.
thing, if it's under $1 for a certain period of time,
30
I think
days.
it's like 30 days, they devalue it and they make
They
it a penny stock.
they can delist it, and it's
Yeah.
a process to get it delisted. So they'll pull it off of the public market. It gets delisted.
Bum,
Yeah.
bum, bum.
Oh.
Alexa,
Oh my
play
God.
Karma by Taylor Swift.
Oh, Emma.
Holy sloop. Oh my
Girl.
God,
Oh.
Emma.
Oh, Emma, I'm so
God.
sorry.
I got bam. Bought 2 shares at $1 last week. You've lost 18 cents.
Dang it, you
Wow.
already lost money.
Dang.
If it goes up to $1.01 at any point, sell.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Sell.
Yep. Okay. Well, can someone give us a breakdown of everything that has hit the fan this week? Autumn, Joel, one more Freeman, Carl apologizing, that doctor lady, whatever her name is, who's just running wild in the streets too. Like, if you don't follow Beachbody, oh, we forgot to introduce ourselves. Gosh darn it.
Freeman.
Okay, let
Joel the
me.
Victim Freeman. I love it.
Yeah.
Freeman.
I want Jen to go first to introduce herself. She's also going to tell you about a deal that's going to be closing today. She's a trainer, so I'm going to let Jen go first so that y'all can go sign up quickly. If y'all want to.
Hi, I'm Jen. I am a current certified personal trainer.
Burn.
And I will show you my certification. I will not just tell you. If you want to see it, I'll show you where it is. I was a Beachbody coach. Now I am currently a certified personal trainer, human movement specialist, women's coaching specialist, and size inclusive certified trainer. I also have kettlebell certification. And next year I'm doing mindset certification course. Anyways, I have a group called Anchor Fit Club, and Monday is starting a 14 days sneak peek, like inside look. Today is the last day to sign up for it because unlike Beachbody coaches, I actually don't work on the weekends.
Oh, we love to hear it. We love it. We love it.
So it's 14 days, $21. You get a 2-week workout calendar, but you do not have to do them. You get a 30-minute coaching call with me. You get a group call with me, and we're going to talk about values and goal setting. And on the 19th, I'm bringing in a guest speaker. Her name is Jessica Patching Bunch. She is a neuroscientist, and we're going to be talking about stress resilience, stress management, and nervous system hygiene. And that is on the 19th. And then for the people that are in that, if you decide to join, you get a little discount deal. And I also am announcing something at the end that just the group is hearing first. So I can't say it now. But $21, 14 days, all of that. The link is in my IG bio to fill out the form.
So what percentage of so $21, what's a percentage of that compared to buying the Shakeology? Shakeology is like 100 and Well, no, it's like 80. How much is Shakeology? It's stupid expensive, right?
For a customer, it's $157 a month.
Y'all listen to me right now. Jen, with her certification, says goodbye to Joel One More Freeman. Say hello to Jen with her $21 sneak peek. It's going to be great. So,
and I will tell you, just coming in, if you just want to be on the call with Jessica, to have that, the $21 is worth that.
Hell yeah.
It's worth it. And you get the recordings for all the calls. And you get a whole bunch of resources afterwards.
This seems too good to be true, but Jen actually has certifications and she's not trying to,
do you push play on your presentations?
Yes.
Okay.
That's worth the $21 right there. I mean, let's just be honest for 1 second.
Yes, I do.
Yes.
Thank you, Karina.
Yes.
You're a certified badass.
Yes. Cheryl, do you want to introduce yourself?
Go for it. Yes. Hi, you all. My name is Cheryl Spears. I am the host of Call Cheryl Hun podcast. I am not being forced to be here, or else I will be kicked out. I just had surgery on Wednesday, and I missed my friends and I missed everybody, and so I wanted to jump on with everybody and talk to you guys. I may not be here the whole time, but I am going to be here, and they did not force me to show up. So
yeah, we didn't threaten to revoke our mentorship of Cheryl right after surgery if she didn't send us a screenshot. I'm on her hospital bed. You know, it's not like we're Emily Favre or something. So
that's all. Yeah, that's all right now. I can't think straight, so I'll just hand it off to Amber.
Hi, everybody. I'm Amber. Sorry, I sound like a sex phone operator right now.
We love it.
Amazing.
Dealing with the worst sinus infection of my life.
Oh.
But I think everybody knows my story. If you don't, the long and short of it is I was a coach for 5 years, almost 2-star diamond when it all crumbled beneath me. I had noticed a lot of the red flags I was ignoring when I had taken a step back from because I was pregnant, and then a friend sent me the John Oliver segment on MLMs, and I had my aha moment and it saying, oh my gosh, that's why this isn't working for me anymore, because it's a pyramid scheme. So now I speak out against mainly Beachbody because of the diet culture that's so ingrained in the company and having to be the perfect product of the product, and the issues that it created for me, making my binge eating worse, and radio shows, and yeah, now I just share my story in hopes that other people will hear it so they can then completely avoid joining Beachbody, or if they're still in there, they can get out. And so if you're a current Beachbody coach and you're watching this and a lot of what we say or what I'm saying resonates with you, my DMs are open and I am here if you would like to talk through anything that maybe you're like, this isn't adding up right. Then I'll pass it to Amy.
All right. And I am attempting to be DC. I just set up a soundboard and I don't know if I'm doing it right. And
you sound incredible. You sound incredible, Amy. Yes.
I guess the one test. Hold on. What's the test? Oh, dang it. Hold on.
No.
Dang it. Dang it. All right.
It's
DC,
okay.
I need a consultation again.
I'll zoom
in. So my name's Amy Ewer, and I was a Diamond Beachbody coach. And this, I have been in a lot of different MLMs. If you listen to the episode I was on with Cheryl, I spilled about my time in Prove It. And I also have a lot of certifications that I paid a lot of money for that don't count for anything. They don't. Health coach, life coach certifications. So, we don't really mention those a ton, but I have been mainly talking about Beachbody because of the impact to diet culture and also the financial impact, and all of the coaches who are saying that this is such a great opportunity, whether it is for your health or for your finances, are just wrong. So there you go. All right, DC.
All right. Well, I'm going to introduce myself and I'm going to answer this question from Anne. I'm DC. I'm an MLM dropout. I was never in Beachbody, but I have been, I was kind of a survivor of certain diet culture with my coach when I was trying to play tennis full time. And when I got out of my last MLM, Young Living Essential Oils, Have the Day You Deserve, of this year in April, I ran into Amy because someone in the chat, because I was having like, what is going on with my life? I'm having a super difficult time figuring out like how to even recover from leaving kind of a high control group. And I watched one of Amy's videos, connected with her on Instagram, and then she introduced me to Cheryl, Jen, and Amber. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit, I'm also medicated today, so I'm like, what are we doing? But yeah, it's been really great. I've really enjoyed getting to learn about all the stuff that's going on behind the scenes in Beachbody, and kind of speaking out and trying to uncover like the unethical business practices, the very poor like health recommendations from the super trainers and from the coaches, and trying to we snark, but we have a heart kind of like a situation. So we're not trying to just be mean for being mean's sake. We're trying to say, hey, let's look at this Zoom call and let's unpack this together. And also sometimes we go a little bit hard for like the super trainers, but we're not trying to be jerks just to be jerks. We're trying to say like, hey, you're harming consumers. And if you don't care to change within your company, we're going to stream about it on YouTube. And so, and this show, we're going to be talking about Carl Deichler's apology that he posted and sent out to his newsletter people and on his website, saying that Beachbody was never intended to participate in diet culture, even though that's kind of what he's been doing. We're going to be talking about some other people running wild in Beachbody, some health claims, some just wildness that's going on. So that's probably not a great like a synopsis of what we're going to do, but that's kind of what we do here. And I think that all the different perspectives really try to give like a more of a dynamic, response to some of the stuff that's going on. We all don't think the same way. We kind of go back and forth, and when we try to have an inclusive conversation. So just as a reminder, live chat, we are not going to diagnose people. We're not going to name call. We can talk about behavior, but let's try to rise above the fray a little bit. Y'all are already great at it. Just a friendly reminder if you're new here. Yeah, I don't know. That's the end. So someone else. I don't know what we're going to be looking at first. Do y'all want to look at his apology? Do y'all want to look at the doctor?
I think we should chat about Donald first.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yes. Let's highlight.
We need to highlight this first.
Donald. Okay. Yeah. Who wants to?
Amber has had the most conversation with him, so I think Amber should
set the stage for us. Amber, what went down? And again, y'all, if you haven't seen the ending to this, you're going to be surprised, because I was shocked. I literally was shocked at the turn of events in a good way.
Yes, it's a good way.
Yeah. Okay. So the other day, this was 2 days ago now, but a follower had sent me a message, and she was like, and she sent me a screenshot from his stories, and she was like, is he talking about you guys? And I was like, hang on, let me go look. And he was talking about Halloween candy, and, pretty much parroting like the same things that Autumn was saying. Throw out your Halloween candy. Candy's bad for you. It's not good food. It's not real food. Sugar.
He said it's not food.
Sugar is evil. And then he went into this thing about equating eating sugar to drug and alcohol addiction. And that really set me off. And so I alerted the SNARK crew to it, and they all kind of had a collective like, what the fuck? Sorry, Amy's channel.
Mhm.
You're
Moment.
okay. I've been recording videos today and I haven't been able to censor myself a little bit either, so it's fine.
Love it.
And so Cheryl made a reel and tagged him and ate the candy and flipped him off. And he got
Yeah, 'cause he's
there
I
trying to take
remixed it.
and he said hashtag mean girls. And so I got on there and I kind of expressed my concern with him equating sugar to drug addiction and how insensitive that was, especially to those of us who have either struggled with drug and alcohol addiction or have been closely affected by it by having, friends, family members, people we are close with. And because I know for myself personally, I have lost many friends to heroin and meth addiction. Um, and so I just, I wish they were only addicted to sugar. And
Yeah.
um, and I told him that. And so he ended up deleting the original stories, and he kind of revised his statement and came on and made new stories and said that it was not his intent to come off that way. But again, I think this was a good way to educate someone on intent versus impact. And that, even though he may not have intended his message to be received that way, it was. And it was just in poor taste, especially because, in the stories before it, he was promoting healthy obsession and to come join him, him on it because he is in the cast with Autumn. He's one of Autumn's best friends. But he revised his statements and he kind of just explained that, he's had these limitations or restrictions around food. So this is kind of only what he's known his whole life. He's gone
Yep.
from growing up this way now to being so close with somebody who's still embodying that same mindset. It's easy to see how it's easy for him to be in that mindset and believe that, because that's really all he's known. But I went in his DMs and I said I really appreciate him being open to conversation and the constructive criticism and not immediately blocking us or calling us trolls and haters, and
I mean,
actually realizing that hey, maybe he was wrong and he listened and he learned, and he said that he bought the anti-diet book. So
mhm.
I told him I couldn't wait to hear his thoughts on it. And I said, maybe you could take this experience and just learning and listening, because that's what we wanted, was just for our message to be heard. And it was just, I was actually delightfully surprised. It was a breath of fresh air, especially coming from, he is a Beachbody coach now. He's one of Autumn's best friends. So it was it was very surprising that he was so open and receptive to all of this, and keeping those lines of communication open. And I know Emma had a really good conversation with him too about it. So it seemed like he realized that yes, he made a mistake, and he seems genuine to me about it. So I have a soft spot for Donald now. I won't lie.
And this new song is actually pretty good.
Which song is it again? Because I would love to link it in the
Love
description.
yourself.
Love yourself.
Love yourself. Okay.
And
I see it now. Yep.
And he asked me to listen to it because he does have a good sense of humor. We were kind of joking because he was like, and now about my music, because he watched my stories when I was calling him kind of a mediocre songwriter, because all of I know is the songs that he's wrote for Autumn's programs. But he's like, I know you hate my music, but if you could listen to this song for me, I would appreciate it. It's special to me because my brother sang on it with me. And I was like, oh, hate is a strong word for your music. I was like, you just came from my Peloton in your 9-week control freak song, and then like 2 months later they announced the mix bike merger. So I couldn't help but snark on that. Like that's just the timing of it was just so funny. He's like, I didn't even know about the mix bike merger when I put that in the song. It was just meant to be a joke. So he's got a good sense of humor. It was a very delightful conversation, and I listened to his song, and it was a very beautiful song, very meaningful. And I told him that he needs to write more songs like that instead of the songs that he writes for Autumn's corny programs. So
yeah. And I had a conversation with him about what a healthy relationship with food is. And for those of us who have been working with professionals for years, that keeping candy in the house and being able to do that is a healthy relationship with food. And because I've been, you guys know, like, hey, show me your Halloween candy. But I've also said, if you don't want it in your house, you don't have to have it in your house. Just don't throw it away.
Right.
Donate it. Send it overseas. Send it to work. Send it to your kids' teachers. Take it to a neighbor's house. You don't have to throw it away. And if somebody is throwing away candy or getting rid of candy because they're afraid to keep it in the house because they're going to eat it all, or they're getting rid of it because somebody else is telling them to do so because that's their view of candy and their rule around candy, then that's a problem. It takes away autonomy and the person's trust in themselves and their ability to make a decision that what works best for them. And he's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, he was really open. I mean, I even had a conversation. He still left his conversations up on my post, and I explained to him on my post that I'm not going to take back flipping him off, because when you try, I've worked really hard to keep that chocolate in my household and to heal my relationship that Autumn has messed up with food. And if you try to take my chocolate, you deserve the middle finger. And he said, okay, fair enough. Right. And then we had conversations in the DMs, and it was just very refreshing to have somebody that actually had a conversation rather than block you and then go on their stories and call you a hater and a troll.
Yeah.
So big props to Donald, but we'll still call him out if he does something bad.
The fact that he was even willing to listen, like, this is what we mean. And then to seek to understand, okay, why is it a big deal for you to have candy in your house? Because I have like 2 full-size Reese's candy bars that my kids gave me because they know that's like my jam. They've been sitting on my nightstand since Halloween because I can have them whenever I want them. And I know that. Otherwise, on Halloween night, I would have eaten both of them. And so trying to express that to someone is hard. And for some reason, they thought by us saying to keep the candy that we were saying, like, sit down with the bowl and eat all of it.
Eat all of it. It's like, no, that's not what we were saying.
No, that's not it. And so trying to get someone to understand that and to see what we are actually saying was so powerful to all of us, because we have not felt heard for a really long time. And so to have him listen was just so impactful.
Yeah.
And actually be willing to buy a book to continue learning.
Yeah, because from what he was, saying in his stories, he said he could count on one hand, like, how many times he had drank a soda. And like,
it was only holidays.
Never even was allowed like chocolate, like just chocolate, like it was always like vegan stuff. So I was like, maybe reading this can help you kind of unpack those feelings around the negative feelings you have around food because of, how you were raised. And I only hope the best for you. And that this kind of helps you to open your mind a little about what we're talking about here.
Yeah. And if he does read it, there are going to be moments where he's in there going, holy shit.
Yeah. That book was eye-opening for me.
Yeah. And I think,
and if you don't know what book we're talking about Anti-Diet by Christy Harrison. It's on audiobook, and you can get it at a local bookstore. Don't buy it from Amazon.
Yeah. And I think we I mean, and Jen does it more. I think all of y'all do it way more than I do. But Jen, and Amy and Amber and Cheryl are fearless. Like they will go and DM the person and say, like, "Hey, what you're saying right now is wrong, or it's misinformed, or it's not based in science." And then they get blocked, and because it's like, "Oh, you little negative troll, I don't want any association with you." And this is the first time in however many months I've been snarking with y'all, that we've ever had a positive interaction when it's been like this, in terms of, hey, you know what? Like, we're not going to be quiet when you are spreading things that, one, are uninformed, and two, are not based in science. And then him say, like, oh my gosh, I'm going to rethink this. And then also not cover up the trail of the conversation with us either, because it could have also been deleting all the comments that he said, removing the conversation, making it appear that there was no like backlash or whatever. And so I think that's, I want to like acknowledge that, because we're not just here to snark because it's like, oh my gosh, he didn't let us keep snarking. What are we going to do? It's like, no, the point is to have a conversation with people. And the point is, I hope, to change Beachbody in a meaningful way where they stop, in my opinion, harming the consumer. I think that's the point. And I was very surprised, and I was pleasantly surprised. So yeah, we're freaking gonna link his song in the description below, and like, go,
listen to it. Blow it
Yeah,
up.
it's a very good song with a great message.
Yeah, and like he said, his brother sang on it with him. He said it was very special, and it was just so ironic that he wrote that song when like Autumn is his best friend, like, so it's just like, maybe
and then when you leave him a
light.
Him a review, say the Snark Crew sent you.
Yeah.
Send a little a little shark emoji and a heart, just a little a little present from us, a positive one, because it's like,
because I've been doing this since since I left Beachbody in 2018. So this has been 4 years that I've been working for something like this.
Yeah.
And finally, it's someone who has heard, the message and has been receptive to it. So, hopefully this is just the beginning. I definitely think it's a win.
Yeah.
For us.
I do too. The song is called Love Yourself. And you can listen to it or download it on Apple. I don't know where else it's listed, but
on Spotify too.
Oh, it's on Spotify too. Okay, we love that.
Donald Stamper.
Yep. Okay, well, what's next on the table? Probably moving. We're gonna start on a high with a positive, and then
we're just diving right into it.
Yeah, let the roller coaster free fall drop, where your stomach's gonna lift a little bit on the God, oh my God. Well, do y'all want to talk about the apology? Do you want to talk about the
We could talk about the non-apology apology. I mean,
buckle up, get ready to get gaslit.
Because there was a movie and it was like
gaslighting. So
if this is apologizing, you suck at it. Like,
yeah,
like come on. And I was reading it out loud. I was in the car with my husband and one of the kids. I've got too many. I don't remember which kid was in the car, but one of the kids was in the car and I was reading it and I was so mad because he put the industry over here and then he grouped him with us, like, that had been injured. He was saying we, and I'm like, oh dude, no.
Yep.
Like, we do not receive this. You are not a part of this. You helped cause this. And that was what threw me. And so I actually did a video responding to it, but then my day has kind of imploded, so I haven't uploaded it yet. But the audacity.
This is it's awesome that for me, he actually put the tech, or when they put it up on the blog, in bold, the points that are like, dude, no. Like and there's the problem. The flaw is not in the program or the approach. It's just missing the step of detaching our self-esteem from the outcome.
Like, really? Really, sir? Come on now.
You're
Really?
blaming individuals again and their lack of self-esteem
Taking
for
no accountability.
none. It's not the program. It's not his approach. It's not Beachbody's approach. It's the individual's problem because they're attaching their self-worth to the transformation, which is what you promote.
Oh my God. Well, I don't know how to do this correctly. Let me try to do this. Nope. Whatever. Well, I'm still learning how to use this, so this is not going to work. Anyways, the letter you can find on Beachbody's. You can find the letter on Beachbody's.
If you just Google search open letter Carl Deichler, it'll be the first thing that pops up.
Yeah. So the first bold point, and this is what Jen just said, and there's the problem. The flaw is not in the program or the approach. It's in the step of detaching our self-esteem from the outcome. And literally in the
he
intro
talks
video,
about how this has been the playbook of the industry since the 70s, relying on our own perception of our imperfections, in quotes, of our imperfections for our motivation. Not all of the outside influences we have telling us what is the ideal body and how you are valued in society as being thin, as being white, as being blonde, as if you're a guy, if you're muscular and built. It's not that. It's your own head. It's all in your head.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, and it's I don't know. And the thing is, it's the mark of saying like, yeah, we've spent 24 years of participating in this that we've seen harms other people, and it's harmed the people who have chosen to trust us with their fitness journey. And here's how we're changing A, B, C, D. And he didn't do that. And I don't know. And Autumn's certainly not accepting the new messaging either. And
no. And he made up another term because I searched this and I could not find it anywhere. And it's in quotes. Permanent dissatisfaction.
That's exactly where I was just looking. I'm like, dude,
so many of us avoid fitness and nutrition altogether to avoid the mindset of permanent dissatisfaction. I try to find anything that would give me a definition of what this is. He's making it up. He's making up things again. And I think it's from that Petra person.
Oh, I think she has to be writing his stuff.
100% she's writing his stuff.
The new lady.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The new VP of personal development or whatever her title is.
That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Overweight. Yeah, and just what exactly is permanent dissatisfaction? Like,
yeah, I mean, I understand what he's saying.
Here, there is still no addressing any social determinants of health. There's no addressing chronic health issues. There's no addressing physical disabilities. There's no addressing access. There's no addressing race, gender, where you live, financial. None of that is in here.
Yeah,
it's all being placed on the individual.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell y'all what I said yesterday in my stories. It is never you. It's not you. It's not all you. It is this program, his approach, Autumn's nutrition plans. No.
Yeah. And even I was rewatching, it was either on Cheryl's stories or it was on one of y'all's stories where you're playing the clip where Autumn was talking about the model on the front of the cover. I mean, we snarked to it a few weeks ago, but she said, now she looks really strong, but I don't know what her medical records look like, because she had made that assumption that because that model on the front of the magazine didn't look like her, she must have had something negative in her medical records, because I don't think Autumn could comprehend health looking different than what she thinks it looks like with her eyes. And that is frustrating to listen to.
The craziest thing to me about that is that according to her story now, when she was saying those things, she was super unhealthy and all of her records were horrible. But
I mean, who's the one that's been going to that special functional medicine doctor in Texas because she has all of these problems? It wasn't Jessamine. No. That it was Autumn.
And the thing is that with Autumn, it's really messed up, because I was reading the comments yesterday on her post that she posted, and there was somebody in there that was 100% taking one for the team. And,
oh my gosh, she's one of my favorites. We should shout her out. It's Erica.
Oh my gosh.
Erica Feeney. I haven't looked at Autumn's post.
Oh,
she
man.
was just like, she just basically said, you know, it's contradictive that Autumn is always on her post coming after the trolls and the haters for saying stuff about her body, but she never listens to us when we talk to her about how she says stuff about other people's bodies. Period.
So this is the one part in the letter where he apologized. I'm going to read before it. I'm going to read it, and then I'm going to say the last part. So the paragraph before it. In fact, we'll show you how dessert can actually enhance your well-being with our gourmet superfood dessert recipes. But part of that shift is also acknowledging the possibility that for some, we played a role in projecting the notion that fitness and nutrition are about chasing an ideal. And for that, I apologize. Would have been fine if he stopped right there. But then he says, we've never felt that. But how could you have known based on the beach body connotation?
Sir.
I hope we can fix that, that's why we're changing our name to Body. Well, sir, Beachbody's still in that name.
So I had this
conversation. You're still making it about bodies.
I had the conversation with my 14-year-old, and we said, if you ever say something and then put a but in it, nobody likes big buts in the middle of a sentence. Yep. Because it completely negates everything that you said before the but. It's just a justification.
Yep.
And it's putting it on them. And so that's where, if you're sorry, I'm sorry. End the sentence. Yeah. End it.
Yep.
And so to have him say that, and so many of the things, and he contradicts himself, in my opinion, in the statements that he makes, because just below that, he said that the content and approach that we've created to get healthy results is proven. But earlier in, he said that there are so many of them that had problems sticking to the programs. So
but we have come to realize that for so many who have achieved those success stories, including me, those short-term successes were often overshadowed by going right back to the same old habits.
And so he's saying, like, we're proven. And we're proven. It's all of you that messed it up. Like, our program's great, but you guys didn't do this right. And so if you just follow our programs, it's proven to have success. And it's like, what?
Then the condescending paragraph. Now, there's nothing wrong with the same old habits if that's the way you want to live and feel, unless you constantly beat yourself up for those habits and live in a state of permanent dissatisfaction with yourself until you are pursuing the next transformation.
Sir. What? And it's just like, I don't get it from a marketing perspective, because a lot of times marketing, you're listening to what your customer is saying about you so that you can either pivot if you need to or double down on stuff that's working well. And I'm shocked that this is the apology we get from him understanding, potentially having more information than anybody else has about understanding what the hell's going on in Beachbody. And this is what we ended up with. I'm very surprised. I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed on a huge scale that this happened.
Yeah. And now they're throwing in mindset. And they're going to be tackling mental health. I'm like, they're not qualified to be giving health, fitness, and nutrition advice to start with. Now they're all talking about having anxiety. I have anxiety. I'm like, you have said nothing about this for the last 5 years.
It's the exact same thing with the gut issues. I mean, all of a sudden we have gut protocol. So now we all have gut issues. But this was the other thing. They act like mindset is something new. Doing personal development and working on your mindset has always been a part of their program.
Yep.
So it came down to at leadership, all of these amazing things that he was going to release and introduce. It was all the same crap, different spin. It was all just marketing spins.
Yeah.
All just recycled. It's all recycled material every single.
other than trying to give them Success Club points for reactivating anybody who has not been active, because they are dying. Like they just cannot, they're not being able to make numbers.
Yeah, man. And I think like the part that made me the most mad is when he's at the very beginning of this letter was when he was talking about how your lifestyle, I don't know exactly. Oh yeah, lifestyle diseases like type 2 diabetes, heart disease, strokes, depression, and anxiety. And I will just say this, like when I was working out and eating the best that I've ever eaten in my life and I was training 8 hours a day, I was depressed and I had anxiety. And so it's like, okay, so if drinking, I know that I was drinking water, I was getting my blood tested regularly, I was eating incredible, that would, and I was working out, and I still had depression and anxiety. And so like, how can you position yourself that those that, and I know the other ones too, that genetically sometimes you're predisposed to having type 2 diabetes. So like genetically and obesity. So it's like, how, what? I don't know. Like, and I guess obviously I'm kind of sensitive because I still have depression and anxiety, and I don't know if I'm ever not going to, but, and I know that sometimes there are certain things that can help alleviate some of that. But the thing that's alleviated the most for me personally is being on medicine. So I don't know how, where he gets off saying that.
Medicine is life-saving. Life-saving in every aspect, especially when you're depressed and have anxiety. I literally have right here, I have my my emergency clonazepam right by my bedside.
I mean, this all goes back to he's putting it all on the personal responsibility of the individual.
Yeah.
It's you.
And
My
if you're a
program,
kid,
I have the solution to those problems for you. And if you can't manage it, that's your fault.
The problems that you created, Carl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that ties into what Lauren Fitz was saying in her stories.
Oh God.
Putting it on personal responsibility. It's what Melissa McAllister, personal responsibility.
And then it goes in the proselytizing with God didn't want us to be sedentary and not move inside all day. I was like, just shut the fuck up.
Does she have a direct line to her or what?
Well,
yeah, I said her.
And here's the thing that kills. I can wait to talk about her because man, but I'm like, okay, wait. So you want us to eat normal food, but so are you saying everything about you is all natural and as God wanted it to be, and you haven't done any modifications? Because I'm just saying,
honey, your Botox, and
which I am all for, but don't demonize one thing and then do another, whether it's the cosmetic procedures that she performs and partakes in, or like alcohol.
Like Botox is literally a toxin. Like it's the botulinum.
Well, that's the same thing with the portion fix and the systems and the containers. If you want to have alcohol, you have to swap out alcohol for food. So you can't have food with the nutrients and the vitamins and the minerals and the macros and the micros and all of the good stuff. You have to swap that out for literal poison.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I brought that up with Donald when I talked to him. Like, how is that not like you're villainizing candy here? But it's okay. Hey, eat less food so you can drink this.
Yeah.
Like that's a problem.
And again, I want to make sure and point out, like, none of us are saying that you shouldn't do any of these things. Like, if you want to drink, drink. If you want to eat candy, eat candy. If you want to get cosmetic procedures, go for it. But then you cannot be selective in what you are demonizing, because it's crazy to me that they don't see how two-faced it is.
It's hypocritical
to pick and choose what it is. That's the word. I couldn't think of the word, and so I was just going to come up with something else.
It's hypocritical.
Thanks, Jen.
You're welcome.
But like, come on. It's amazing to me how many of the coaches do this. And I'm sorry, but I'm not going to diagnose any specific person, but some of them seem to have drinking problems. And it's like, okay, but you think me eating a Reese's every week, like every other week, or even a piece of candy every damn day
It's
is
going to ruin
horrible?
our health. Our health is going to, because we eat one piece of candy a day.
One piece of candy.
Yeah. And isn't it more safe if you're going to ingest alcohol to pair that with food? So again, it's like, all right, you're telling us that calories are the king at all costs. Even you can sacrifice your health on that altar. Okay. But it's just setting up a foundation of potential like danger for your health too, because you're seeing these people say, oh, I know the right thing to do is pair this with food or make sure that I'm hydrating and eating along with alcohol intake. But now I'm hearing Autumn say, oh, that's a container, no more food for you. Oh, that's that no more, no fats, no carbohydrates, no protein for you. It's just, I don't know. It seems very dangerous.
I just got a DM in my Instagram, and this is a post from the Beachbody On Demand group, and it's about Autumn's Good Mood Crew. And it said, okay, I need to rant for a second. When Autumn introduced her Good Mood Crew, she said she would give us 2 new recipes each month, along with workouts and other content. The new recipes this month are both from her Fixate Volume 2 cookbook, and her Thanksgiving menu is all recipes currently available on Portion Fix. I just to get new menus each month, so this is BS. And just tried to email them at the email on the website they tell you to use to report the glitch. The email address isn't working. This is also the email you have to use to cancel.
Yeah, if you look the post that Autumn did yesterday, Cheryl, I know you're medicated, but come on.
Cheryl. I think I have my Beachbody Performance Shaker cup still.
I don't know what's in
things
here,
I still use,
but I have water, so it's got to be something. But
I mean, you drink whatever you want to, love. Like you do it. But
I can't believe the Shakeology is still on here, though. They usually fall off.
Yeah. So on the post that Autumn did yesterday, talking about how she had let people dull her experience.
It's her comeback.
It's her comeback. It was amazing to me, though, the number of comments that were talking about the Good Mood Crew and how they hadn't gotten stuff. Oh my gosh, it was funny.
Did you see what Christina commented?
Oh my gosh.
Commented? Yes. And someone commented to Christina, and I being very snarky to Christina, I believe. She said, and she made you a boatload of money. Don't forget that. And Christina replied to that person, where's the lie?
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh my God.
That comment section was wild.
Wild.
I couldn't read through it after. So we had such the refreshing interaction with Donald, 2 days ago. And then yesterday, Lauren Fitz and her BS showed up. And then Carl's letter. And then Autumn's post. And I was like, I was done. I could not go into the post and read those comments. I could not do it.
Yeah.
And I don't know if Erica is watching this live or if she's going to watch the replay. You are my hero for going in there and just getting them with facts, and just they would come back with personal like the whole exchange. I don't know if it's still up because I will not go look at that post again. I have a screenshot of the words, but man, they just don't, and they're in there. And after having that conversation with Donald and these coaches in there that are up Autumn's ass are like, all those haters are just haters. They're just sad. They live miserable lives. They don't know what they're talking about. You're the greatest, and just blowing smoke up our ass and then calling us names again. It's like invalidating us, dehumanizing us.
Barbie Kalev, Body Beast's wife, said to Christina, I love you and how amazing And how amazing that we've been able to make money through impact.
I can't stand her either.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
But the interesting thing to me, though, is in those comment sections, and this is where I really want to shout Erica out, is she had very, very specific evidence-based commentary. Yep. And then it was like people were coming back with like, well, yeah, and you're probably fat.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, what?
I'm
like,
going to pray for you. Something must be going in your life. I'm going to pray for you.
Yeah. That's exactly what they kept saying.
And it's like, what? And they're saying like, oh yeah, you keep using big words. Good job. I'm like, maybe you should look up some of those big words because they actually do have meanings.
Well, and they were going after her because she wasn't using her account. And she's like, I'm trying, but it never pops up. I think that because her account is probably restricted. Mm-hmm. So if she is commenting, Autumn's going to be the only person seeing those comments. So she's got to come through it from her other page. That's why it's not working. I sent her that message. That's why. I'm like, you're restricted.
Well, and she said in one of the comments, she's like, you're right. If I could use my account, I would. And
here's my account. And she gave her account.
This is my main account. Go for it. Like, go
stalk me over there.
And I mean, it was so well done. I was amazed and in awe of how articulate she was. And she did not come back with the same attacks that were coming at her right and left.
And she was like, hey,
all they have is attacks.
Yeah, and I felt bad and that's why I shouted her out on my page, because I'm like, if I was to say something on my spa page, I'm going to get blocked. Then it's pointless for me to have that page, right? And I literally only have that page to be able to go in and see stuff like this when people send it to me, right? And so, and it's sad. You're right. The one girl, I'm looking for it right now, basically came back and said, well, you're probably fat. That's why you're so upset, or something like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was going to say,
it was crazy
right now.
I'm looking for it.
I can't find it now.
Yeah.
One girl said, I'm sorry for whatever you're going through. I say that with love, no hate or sarcasm.
Yeah. Okay. Got it. It's already tough enough. Like if you're bigger, like I am, and it was awful going to the doctor this week and having, trying to like not see my weight because I'm literally doing the best I can with trying to be healthy, and I'm working with professionals, and then to already feel there's some kind of way in the back of your mind that you can't comment on something because you already know they're going to say something about your weight. They're going to say something that you're contributing to your health problems because of your weight or all this other stuff. And then they do that in the comments when you're trying to say, hey, this is dangerous. Hey, this is whatever. Hey, this is wrong.
They think that calling someone fat is an insult. Now, you know what? I am fat. I'm 207 pounds of thick, juicy ass. Gotta be too something to do something, baby.
Yeah.
Okay.
There was somebody
likes it just fine.
And this other girl, her name is Vaughn. I don't know what her name is. I'm not going to give her a platform.
No.
You cannot be overweight and healthy. I'm sorry.
Hi.
Yeah.
Hi. I'm technically like,
and she's a private account.
I'm technically like 30 pounds overweight for my height and age, I guess.
Well, there was somebody in that comment section on Autumn's post saying that, well, they just didn't know how to do it right. They didn't follow the program.
Oh, honey,
there's that personal responsibility again.
I literally won $500 in the Beachbody Challenge for my 21-day fixed results. Tell me I didn't do it right. Tell me again, please. Because Carl thought
absolutely.
I did. Carl sure thought I did.
And here's the thing. I think each of us I can attest that when I was in Beachbody, my numbers, my actual health markers were so much worse because I was undernourished. I was over-exercising. I was doing all of the things. And now my numbers look fantastic.
Yep.
Yeah.
That same girl, she said, if you're in the medical field, as I am, you should know there's a reason it's called overweight. You're over the weight of your frame, which causes strain on your joints and stress on your organs. Come on, stop making excuses and just do the work, or shut up about people who look better than you do. Stop trying to justify yourselves.
Oh my God.
Well.
So she works in the medical field, and things like that, you can actually get in trouble for saying stuff like that on the internet.
Yeah. Let's go to her profile and see if she is.
It's private.
It's private.
Of course.
Yeah. I mean, I don't necessarily want to, you know, I mean, even if it's public, I just don't want to.
That's why we didn't say her name.
Yeah, I just want to.
I didn't say her name.
Yeah.
Did I say her name?
No,
I
don't think you did.
Okay. But I mean, and maybe this is a good time to go over to Dr. Lauren, because the problem is there's so many in the medical profession who are like, oh, well, I'm going to do this. And then I am going to just utilize that title to make it seem like I know exactly what I'm doing, when it's like, wait, hold on. What is your actual medical degree in? You're an anesthesiologist.
She's not even board certified anymore yet.
That's
gone.
Crazy. That is crazy to me. Like, oh God, they're making my head hurt.
Yeah. I'm going to just drop these to my computer so we can watch our doc buddy.
Well, and I did you see the ones I dropped, or the one I dropped earlier is like 3 minutes long or something.
Yeah.
There were 2 of them, I think.
Okay.
She was the same way. So we're talking Dr. Lauren Fitz.
Heather, Autumn will not moderate the mean comments because she welcomes them.
Because they were mean towards us.
Yes.
And then that's okay. And
that's
then
the hypocritical part again. Nobody can say anything negative about her, but she can say negative things about people in larger bodies. It's okay.
Yeah. They were actually attacking the person who was asking for, like, who.
So, okay. So talking Dr. Lauren real quick, my frustration with a lot of the coaches, she came out and said it. So she, when she was in Texas, one of my biggest complaints was that all of these leaders came on and said, oh my gosh, I'm so glad they're rebranding. I haven't felt good about this for so long. I'm like, wait a minute, but you were fine with them paying you, but you weren't okay with the actual company's mission. And she's one that was like, it's been a really long time. Like, then that just tells me that you were going to do whatever you need to make money, and that I can't depend on your ethics.
She was willing to compromise her personal morals and ethics for money.
And if you did it then, how can I trust you now?
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So before we start watching these, we're gonna go over what weight bias is. I'm gonna read this for you. Weight bias is the negative attitude, belief, judgment, stereotypes, and discriminatory acts aimed at an individual simply because of their weight. It can be overt or subtle, and occur in any setting, and it also takes many forms: verbal, written, media, online, and more. Weight bias is dehumanizing and damaging. It can cause adverse physical and psychological health outcomes and promotes a social norm that marginalizes people. So keep that in mind as we watch this doctor.
Yeah.
She still has her degree, so she's technically still a medical doctor, but she's not board certified in anything.
Okay. Do you want me to play the 3-minute video first, Amy?
Yeah. Okay. The 3-minute, and then there was another one that's like super short, I think, because I cut out the one with music in the middle. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, let me just.
All right. So our hotel room is perfectly placed so that we can people.
I don't know why I'm up top. There we go. Okay, sorry.
All right. So our hotel room is perfectly placed so that we can people watch. And all I gotta say is that this is just ridiculous. You missed it. We had like a cheerleading squad essentially doing stuff for the gram. But it was a gorgeous night. Y'all should have. Alright, those of you that followed me for a long time, you know that this is the 5th Beachbody Leadership Conference I went. First 2 were in Vegas, and this is the 3rd that's here in Scottsdale. And of course, if you're at a Beachbody leadership conference, you're gonna do Beachbody workouts. But I thought the workout was at 7 instead of 7:15, so I'm here early. And Ty decided to go to the gym instead of come to this. Oh well.
It's a beautiful.
Let me just.
I thought I got all of the music out.
You're
didn't
good.
get that.
No, you're good.
Down.
I'm just gonna. I can mute it on my end.
It's fascinating to me though that she's like, look at all of these people who are doing all of this stuff for the gram. She dances all of the time, and like, you're mocking people who are doing the same thing that you are.
Yeah. And like, what the heck? Like, what's wrong with that? Having fun with your friends and, doing something that whatever you're good at, or, I don't see the point in shaming people for, I don't know, just having fun. I don't get it. I don't understand. All right, let's see. So I muted the music. Let's see.
Okay, extend your leg.
All right, I'm not gonna lie. My girls, we're here and we're talking, and we were just sharing the fact that most time, we don't feel like we fit in Beachbody, but then we realize we get around other like-minded people, and we're like, okay, like for instance, turkey bacon. We're all like, why would you not? Literally. Tina had never tried turkey bacon. She's like, nope, yeah.
I don't eat that.
No. But, everything has its good and bads. Good and bads. Beachbody included, but
these are bads. I would say.
Those are bads.
These are the good.
Yes, but the people that I have met through this are the goods.
Hearing from the CEO about much needed changes coming in Beachbody and the ways it'll change the health and fitness industry. Very happy to hear that they realize that the before and after picture culture isn't helping people truly get to a place of true health and happiness. Then and now it's just okay, whatever. All right, okay, all right. God. Okay.
And there will be some language.
Now from here.
There will be some language in this one.
Okay. You want me to turn it down?
No, I mean it's totally fine.
Okay, if you don't have headphones in, cursey words upcoming.
Word is reinforcing an idea.
Oh my gosh, the fucking time, Carl He's about to say we're changing the name.
Where Beachbody and Bikini Body are used synonymously, and it's undermining us. So to lead a category that frees people from judgment and competition, to open up our business to tens of millions more people who've been sitting on the sidelines because they didn't want to be in a constant battle with their street food, or they didn't feel welcome by an industry built on imperfection. We need to make this change. So this spring, we will begin to officially, gradually change our platform name from Beachbody to Body.
Fuck yeah! Thank you! God, that's the best news I've heard in a long time. Yes! Thank you!
So that, oh man, I'm on the big screen.
Oh, sorry. Yep, we're going back. We're going back.
You look amazing.
We're going
Wow, it's actually a new camera. New camera. Are we gonna watch any of the videos from the other day? Okay, yeah. So when we go to watch these, I want you to remember what she just said and what she just shared about before and after transformation pictures and the way they're changing and they're moving forward and they're moving towards more of the body positive, which is all lies. They're not more body positive. Ideal. Okay. Keep that in mind as we move on to watch what she spews next.
Yeah. So watch the very brief one that I also uploaded, because then this is while she was at leadership and what she's saying about it. Okay. I think it's like 2 or 3 stories.
Yep. Okay. Local video. And the 21-second one, I think. Open. Whoa. Sorry. Add.
So the morning session is done, and I'm not gonna lie, this is the first time that I've been excited about this company in a really long time. I was ready to throw in the towel, I'm not gonna lie, but see a light at the end of the tunnel, finally like-minded stuff happening.
Okay, that's that one. I have.
Hey, Cheryl's turn.
Hello. I have the two with the medical stuff she was spewing earlier. Is that what we were looking at too, or no?
Let's look at that one, which is this week, right?
Yep. Let's see. Add. Sorry, we're still learning. Okay.
Do we think their platform will grow in the recession and people leave gyms? Or no, it's not going to grow.
No.
They're losing people.
No, and they've done too many things, in my opinion,
Autoimmunity,
especially just recently, that people are not happy about, and so I don't see it growing.
That one's the second one. Do you have the other one with her in the blue shirt? Yeah.
Right,
DC's coming in with that screen grab though.
Yep. Aim to please. Okay.
You were so good at those. I'm just saying.
Let me see. I might not have sent the correct one. Let me just try to Dropbox it to myself. Sorry.
Amber gets the highlight.
All right. If you watched my reel,
is that it? Is that?
Yeah, that's the start of it.
Okay. All right.
And actually listen to the audio, you'll get the message that pretty much is the underlying message of everything that I post on social media. It's me trying to get you, the listener, to understand that this life is precious. It's a gift. Time is our most valuable asset. We're not promised tomorrow. There's a lot of people that did not wake up today that were expecting to wake up today. And if you take that for granted and you just basically go through the rat wheel of life, you're going to miss out on so many beautiful experiences. But at the end of the day, if you are not healthy, there's so many experiences that you'll never be able to even take advantage of because your body is limiting you. And so my message to you is that you have more power than you realize. These big food and big pharma companies do not want you to understand how much they are keeping you in a chokehold in chronic illness, obesity.
Okay. Hello. Let me put the next one in. Delete.
As someone who literally lives with chronic illness, big pharma keeps me alive. So F off, Dr. Lauren.
Autoimmune.
Okay.
Amy's turn.
It's my turn as I'm getting ice water delivered to me. I'm just saying, having other kids is a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Love it.
Community, as I was so rudely cut off. But I'm going to get off my soapbox. But I just want you to understand that the chronic illnesses that I see on a daily basis have exponentially increased over the last 40 years.
Where's the
stats?
And
it is directly related to the fact that we are feeding our body fake food. We're basically living a life that God did not design us to live. He did not mean for us to be indoors all day. He did not mean for us to be sedentary all day.
What's fake food? Can somebody explain that to me? Is that
I think
plastic
she's
food that you put in your fruit bowl? Like
Yep.
Fruit? That's fake food, right? Okay.
Yep.
Let's see. She's anti-vax.
Something's not right. I mean,
big pharma keeps people alive. Botox from big pharma in our face. You know, I mean, again, if you want to get Botox, get Botox. Fake plants. Yeah.
The only issue I have is the hypocrisy of being okay with some.
Are you asking Leon?
What is it? Impossible Whopper is fake food.
Oh my god.
I actually like that every once in a while.
Yep.
I don't like
cheese though. And bacon.
But I mean, even just the definition of food is any nutritious substance that people or animals eat or drink or that plants absorb in order to maintain life and growth. Guess what? All of the food that they're demonizing, it does have energy in it that is required for life. So you're saying this isn't food. It is food. Yeah. By definition, it is food. So stop it.
I literally had a double cheeseburger and fries from McDonald's for my lunch today, and I feel great.
Oh, that sounds like a good dinner.
It's like she's saying fake food. What she means is the ultra processed foods that are shelf stable, that are affordable, that a lot of people that is what they only have access to.
Yeah.
That's what she's talking about. And at the same time, Shakeology is processed.
So's energize, so's recover. Like,
yep.
Stop it.
Yep.
All day. He did not mean for us to be alone behind a phone or a computer all day. He meant for us to be outside. He meant for us to not be exposed to all of these toxic chemicals. He meant for us to live abundantly. And it starts with you taking responsibility for those unhealthy habits and starting to change them today. And it's up to you and no one else, not the government, not your spouse.
Shut up. Oh my God. Like, I don't know, botulinum toxin that's in your face?
Well, but here's the thing. So are you saying that God also intended for women to die in childbirth, and so we shouldn't be doing those life-saving things? Technology and science gets better.
Yeah.
And so guess what? It has made food available to people who may not have it available to them otherwise.
Yep.
So you're being very privileged, ma'am, and sit down.
Yeah, and again, she said that I'm seeing well and above more people than I've ever seen before, and the reason I'm seeing them is because they have been, they have all of these diseases or these autoimmune things because of what they're eating, and it's like, what are the numbers? Because, and I'm just saying this from an accountant perspective, when I was balancing the books, you have to look at November to last November. You have to look at October to last October to see actual growth, because you have to have the same parameters. So like, what do the numbers say about the people that you're actually seeing? And is there an actual increase too? And are you just using this to scare people to sign up for Beachbody? I mean, come on.
It's a scare tactic. It's faith manipulation and a scare tactic. Number one, I mean, whatever your religious beliefs are, I mean, God if you're a religious person and you're trying to say that God didn't intend for you to do this, that, and the other, if you're a religious person, then you should also believe that God helped create this, that, and the other. Like, there's a reason that there's scientists. There's a reason that there's medicine. There's a reason that all of this stuff exists, is because he gave people basically the smarts to be able to create those things. Right?
Yeah. Yep. It doesn't quite fit the narrative, apparently, when you're trying to scare the
Emma's right. It's not up
people.
to the government, but it's up to your religion.
Yeah.
And what if you don't practice a religion?
Yep.
Right.
Or if you are a religious person and they use that to scare the shit out of you for like keeping control over you, like, it's very scary as a kid. And I'll just use my own experience growing up, and it wasn't my parents, it was more like, we went to a lot of church stuff and thinking like, oh, you're not full, like, you're not really right with God, or you're not really whatever if you're on medicine, or if you're, whatever that is. And it's like, and my parents are like, whoa, where did you pick this up? Like, what the hell's I mean, y'all know my dad. He's like very normal person. So I think he's like, where did you pick this up? I don't know. At church. Yeah, ex-cal. So I don't know. It's just like, it's when you're scared, or when you're impressionable, or if you're a kid and you're picking this stuff up, like, it is scary. And, you have someone who's a doctor saying all this stuff, and you're like, holy crap, stop it.
Do we have the screen recordings of her the night before? Where she was?
I don't know. I'm looking in the album right now. I have Donald, but I have the nighttime ones.
Yeah.
I have
where she's all sizes are healthy as a lie.
Is it the to be yourself in a world that is constantly? Is it that one? Or no?
Probably.
Let's see.
It looks like this. She's in glasses and it's dark.
I don't have that one. Can you put it in the folder real quick, or?
I don't have the folder link.
Oh, okay. Do you have any on your screen for the guest? Do you have a little plus button?
I did, but it's gone now.
Uh-oh. Let me stop sharing. Okay, I've stopped sharing. Sorry, guys, we're in a new platform, so we're trying to figure out all the bugs. By we, I mean me. So let me.
We like the new platform, though. We like
Yeah,
it.
I do like being able to see all the comments from everyone's page all on one
I'm gonna have
space,
to get it to my drive and then add it in. But basically, the other night, she shared a reel or a story from another individual that she doesn't follow because somebody sent her, and this girl was eating pizza with butter. And her thing was, look, if we don't start calling out the reality of what the future will inevitably look like for individuals like this young woman, we are doomed to society for a reason. And then she goes on to say, she's not body shaming. And then she makes the assumptions, just like Autumn, this young lady will most likely be diabetic before age 30 if she isn't already, lose feeling in her hands and feet, have a heart attack that she can't feel because of her diabetes, experience a few mini strokes, which will probably leave her unable to wipe her own ass, and the list goes on.
Oh my God.
Then she goes on to, and this is in text. It's not about how unattractive some may find her due to her morbid obesity, but it is about her state of health and the state of health of all these Americans that are being blindsided by this body acceptance movement that really has nothing to do with them truly caring about you and everything to do with them getting more followers, likes, shares, and making more money off of it all. This is the last slide with the words. Both the diet industry, in quotations, and the anti-diet industry, we're not an industry, are vultures. People need to wake up and realize that. 1, food is medicine and fake food is poison, but she drinks alcohol and puts Botox in her face. 2, sleep is important, that we're supposed to spend a third of our life doing it. She's not wrong there. I will give credit where credit is due. We are created for connection, real connection, not the fake shit. Soda is also poison. The sun is needed for our basic physiology. That's also another. So she's got 2 things right. Stress is a killer. Fight or flight all the time is not healthy. Also true. The body was meant to move every day and not be sedentary. I mean, she's not wrong. God created us to live abundantly. So she's going back to the God thing at the bottom. And then she goes on in her thing, don't come at me, don't DM me. Health, all sizes are healthy is a lie. Body positivity movement is bullshit. It was just, I'll send it and we can, it was horrible. And that's when I woke up yesterday morning. I was like, any glimmer of hope I had after our interactions with Donald was squashed.
For sure. It's like those cartoons where the anvil comes and drops on the character and you're just like, what just happened? We were doing so well and never mind.
Yeah, I can play the sound from my.
Okay, I just sent you a text invite to the shared album in your phone. Hopefully, maybe. I think.
No, I don't have it.
Oh,
but
okay.
Here, we can listen.
Okay.
Make sure I turn it up.
Or fat shaming or whatever. Trust and believe. When I see young ladies like her, I just feel sad because I know what is coming in her future. And I want to help find those people and help them see the light. Because you guys, I don't care who you are. If you are walking around carrying extra weight, life is harder. It's harder on your body. It typically means there's a ton of chronic stuff going on a cellular level, not to mention all of the things that go along with it psychologically and whatnot. So if you're carrying extra weight, that's just a symptom of something much bigger and deeper. And I really am here to help empower people so that they can live their best lives. And I just don't believe you can live your best life when you're carrying that much extra weight around. All sides. Let me clue you into something real fast. All of these people that caught on to the whole intuitive eating and love your body, all sizes are healthy, they know that gets more clicks, more likes, more shares.
Well, I was typing to her.
I don't even, I mean, I do know what to say.
Yes, and if you're one of the people that you're overweight by 20 pounds, 50 pounds, 100 pounds, I am not here judging you. I'm here giving you some tough love that you get one body. So stop letting these people convince you that your state of health is healthy, because I'm telling you it's not. And you can live a healthier, happier life, but it doesn't come easily. Nothing in life good comes easily. And it doesn't happen overnight. There's no instant gratification in becoming your healthiest version of yourself. So I'm giving you this with love. I want you to really love your life. And I don't believe that you can love it and have it to its fullest capacity when you're carrying around so much extra weight and chronic diseases that come along with it. So I'm coming to you from love. That is it. Love, love, love. Love will conquer all.
I'm getting Claude vibes.
Man, how does me living my life the way I want and not subscribing to diet culture anymore affect you? How does what I'm doing over here even affect you? Oh, it's because I don't subscribe to it and what you're trying to sell, so it affects your pocketbooks. That's why you're so angry. And also, my chronic illnesses are genetic, so can't do nothing about that.
So I messaged her. She still hasn't seen it yet, from another account. Should have messaged her from my, and I'm surprised I'm not blocked, but she hasn't read it. First, it's not all sizes are healthy or healthy at every size. It is health at every size. Like, you're smart. Here's a resource. This is for all of you too. If you want to put it in the link, asdah.org. It's and you can go there and learn what the health at every size tenets are. So go here. And then how about, instead of air quotes around intuitive eating, talk to someone whose life it saved. Hi, me. My eating disorder was killing me. I wouldn't be here today without compassion, empathy, and love I received from my care team. No shame, no guilt, no tough love or health concern trolling that dehumanized or belittled me. I'm healthier now and eat better now, stronger now than I was when I was a normal weight and sick. Now, I don't expect you to actually take the time to learn and to come away with any understanding of this. I highly expect to be blocked within the next 24 hours, and I'm still not blocked. So, but she hasn't read it.
Yeah. I just find it interesting that she said, well, she was saying, I don't believe you can be, healthy or whatever. And it's like, one, is anyone going to listen to you, how you're speaking to them from your positioning, that they would even be open to this idea? And two, if you've ever and I'm not as evolved as Jen, Amy, Amber, and Cheryl. I'm still figuring out how to love myself as I am. And I don't have, and I would love to get to that place. I still was wrecked when I went to the doctor. I cried my eyes out after my appointment, and that's just where I'm at. And I'm trying to work through it. I'm trying to work through it with a therapist. I'm just working on it. But my blood pressure has never been better than it was at my last appointment, which I'm going to take as a baby win. So I don't know, listening to her talk, it's abundantly clear that there's so many Beachbody coaches who feel a specific way about people who are bigger. And it's not just dollar signs. It comes across as super judgment. You are living the worst life possible. And if you would just only come over to the Beachbody and the thin Beachbody look that they've been wanting, then you're going to live a better life. And it's come on, what are you doing?
Well, and it's interesting to me to listen to her and to listen to some of the others. They automatically say, have doctor in their profiles, but they don't tell you a doctor of what.
Yeah.
A doctor, what are your qualifications to be talking about this specific thing? Because you really don't have any. This isn't your area, so stop. And the interesting thing to me is where she is at. Someone asked earlier, and yes, she is besties with Melissa. So she is recommending a high fat approach in the MAID diet, which some may also say is unhealthy. And so the thing that bothers me is you cannot tell this by looking at someone's size, by looking at them on their outward facing appearance. You have no idea what their blood work says. And you have no idea if the thing that you are going to recommend to them, because they have a one size fits all recommendation as well, is actually going to be healthy for that person, because it's so individualized.
She recommends supplements.
Oh, of course she does. She probably has a kickback for it.
She charges people $40 a month to join the Fits and Healthy Club, which then then people have to pay because they're joining Beachbody. And if they join this for $40, they get a discount on all of the supplements that she offers. So she's tripling up her money from people.
Oh my gosh. And
on nowhere on her website does it mention Beachbody.
Which is against the policies and procedures. So.
And I think she has been, in my opinion, doing kind of the similar thing to Melissa of, I want you to get Beachbody so that you can have their workouts, but I don't agree with anything else that they're doing. And so I'm going to give you a customized, personalized thing on the other side, so that, like Jen said, so now I'm getting paid 3 times from you, because you are going to be paying Beachbody, and now you have to pay me because I want you to do a different program, a different diet program, because I don't think Beachbodies are sufficient, and buy my supplements too.
Yep.
So the ethics of all of this is just astounding to me, that they don't see any problem with this. And they don't see any problem taking money from Beachbody when they are saying, on the other hand, that they don't agree with it. But they have no problem taking money.
Nope.
Yeah.
And you're right. You can't find there's no verification of any type of functional medicine certification, diploma, paid for diploma anywhere. On any on her LinkedIn, on her website, anywhere.
Wow.
Yeah.
She didn't even go to the ecclesiastical one.
No, it's
we gotta love an.
I cannot find anything.
Yeah, and my understanding is like functional medicine is looking at, it's looking at like sleep and stress management and diet and I don't know about that. I know when one of my older friends was going through her cancer treatment, they went to the Cancer Treatment Center of America, and they did the traditional stuff, and they also did some other things. So I'm not trying to I don't know. We're saying that the unethical part is her presenting herself as a medical expert for the purposes of selling Beachbody and shaming people into buying her product. I think that's what we're saying. And there's some fishiness with saying functional medicine because of there's no way to get a certification for that.
And it's not recognized as legitimate by any accreditation board. And I say that as someone who my husband is board certified,
a doctor,
an actual physician. And I had him look into the functional medicine things because that's what Autumn's doctor in Texas is parading as. And it's not a legitimate thing.
And Tanya's chiropractor too.
So it's per my husband and his opinion, the functional medicine is a way. It's just a way for doctors who want to practice more woo things and make money off of people and their fears and their insecurities and things with their bodies and things they have wrong with them, because they prey on that by using fear-mongering things like our good friend Dr. Lauren likes to do, apparently. So
Maria said the new doctor for bladder issues, being tired of got weighed and ignored about why, and all she did was focus on my weight, and my web work came back perfectly.
See, I mean, I think, and that's kind of what we were talking about earlier, is Autumn has been super unhealthy, according to her, for years. So how can you then say that and then say, but I'm going to judge her as healthy because she looks thin, and I'm going to judge this person as unhealthy because they are in a larger body, when really, if you look at the lab work, they would think that it should be flipped.
Yeah.
Thin does not equal health. And I don't know I don't know when, like, how to get that through. Jen, did you send that rant to any of our favorite people?
I don't remember. I probably did, but I'll resend it.
Because I was going to say we could get some pretty good experts doing a response on that one.
I sent it. I sent it to a couple of people.
Okay, good.
Yeah. And
wow.
Yeah, I sent it to Abby. And I also sent Alana's post for Shakeology frosting to Abby, and Abby says that's effing disgusting. That's the only way I can see Alana's stuff because I'm blocked on everything is if they post her on Beachbody's pages.
Like,
oh my gosh.
Yep. Wow. Well, it's
it's
been a wild week.
Yeah. Even with Autumn's comeback post, she still is, I don't know where it went. I don't have it. Where'd it go? Right. So no one plan works for everybody. Correct. Period. No one plan works for but, and she throws in the but. I do know that portion fixes help not hundreds, but not thousands, but hundreds of thousands of people. Yes, I'm not denying that possibility whatsoever, because there are people that can do that program and not have any issues.
Is she also counting though, like this is the number of programs that I have sold, and I'm going to assume that they were all successful in them because they don't have a way to track that.
So she says that, and then she says, so while there will be trolls that want to attack me for everything from the size of my body to the size of my boobs, from how I parent my son to how I work out, I refuse to let them silence me or detour me anymore. It's like, you should have just stopped at no one plan works for everybody. Period. All that stuff could have been left out. She's playing the victim. She's not acknowledging any of us who, and once again, it's devaluing, dehumanizing, and ignoring our lived experience.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know why this is always widescreen, but that's okay. But that you're wondering, this is the post that
look at the like she got on that one. That's wild.
26,000. So
the likes and the comments on that were wild. So it's like the most it's gotten in a while.
It's also like apparently like there is something being lost in transmission of what they. We're not talking about her boobs. We're not talking about the only thing that I've ever commented on is her throwing cookies out. One, food waste, but two, throwing cookies out because she ordered however many cookies for her kid and then threw them out because they were, unhealthy. And we've talked about that. We talked about, hey, are you eating enough food?
We've talked about
a drastic difference. We've talked about skin tone. And I think it is meaningful.
Kind of thing.
And again, any doctor, and I'm not saying we're doctors. I'm not trying to say that at all. Let me get this out of here. I'm not trying to say that. I'm saying if there's a dramatic change that may be a sign that something is wrong. Either losing in a short period of time or gaining in a short period of time. I'm not trying to say any medical thing. I'm saying that may be a sign. Just if you have access to medical care, go get some testing. There's nothing wrong. Great. But that's sometimes an indicator there's a drastic change either way. And so we were saying like, hey, you're being platformed as a super trainer. You made this nutritional program without any nutritional certifications. And there looks to be some drastic changes that you've experienced. And we've got some questions because could it be an indicator that your food system that you're selling to hundreds of thousands of people may not be healthy? That is the context that I think we've all tried to say it. And maybe that's not right. I don't know. But I don't know.
It may not be healthy for everyone. And there are those of us that have had negative, and it was not healthy for me.
Right.
It was not healthy for Amy. It was not healthy for Amber. It was not healthy for Cheryl, whose computer died.
Yeah.
You know, it's not healthy for a lot of people that reach out to me, but some people can do the plan just fine. That's expected. But when you ignore that there is a potential risk for some people, and they start showing and presenting the disordered behaviors around food and exercise, that's when you as the professional need to step and go, whoa, let's take a step back. And that's when you refer.
But I think that's where the problem comes in, is that they instead are having this non-sophisticated sales force as those who are making the recommendations. They don't know what to recommend. Someone who is doing Ultimate Portion Fix cannot access Autumn. They can't. The only person that they can access is their coach, who doesn't know what they're doing and who often will give dangerous advice.
Yeah,
and
like
we're
work
saying
out
this
more.
because we did it too. Like that to me is the problem.
They will parrot Autumn, and Autumn believes that even though she said it's not for not everyone's going to be the same, but there's that but. So she really does believe that both gut protocol and portion are the things, right? So they're going to parrot that, and they're going, no, it works. It works. This is the best thing in the world, because they're taking their experience and implanting it on somebody else.
Yeah.
And you can't do that.
Yeah. And or they're taking the advice from their upline and saying, no, this does work. And this is what you say. Eat, make sure you're measuring everything correctly. Make sure you're working out enough. Are you, so it's like, well, no, that's not necessarily safe to say. Eat less. I mean, I wouldn't take medical or nutritional advice from, I don't know, in an affiliate situation or a sales situation. Oh my God.
Hi, Hunter.
Hello, Hunter.
I mean, I would say probably one more thing to talk about would be the mixed bike recall.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Because we can end on that, because that's just funny.
That's
we start celebrating someone, and let's end on a laugh.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna pull it up and mix.
Yeah. So and I will say, is it a serious recall? No, not necessarily, unless you're one of the people that has been hit by a flying pedal, and then you may think it's a little more serious.
Yeah.
But the fact that they sold subpar equipment to this many people, so it affected, I want to say it was 162,000 of the bikes potentially that they needed to look at. They do have
that's a lot.
It's mix 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah. Holy crap.
And so what they have done is they've said, okay, but you can fix the pedals by doing this, and they provided like a video or something, I guess. But most of them aren't going to know how to do this. Ashley ended up having to have someone come out, didn't she?
I don't even think they fixed it.
No,
because
I'm gonna say Peloton would never. My warranty, they would have somebody out here at ASAP to fix any of my bike issues, and then they would, if they couldn't fix it, they would replace it for free. So and it's not.
Alyssa, I hope I'm saying your name right. When people would tell me they were still hungry, I would encourage them to eat another green container and drink more water. And that is exactly what Autumn still says. She said it on a live with Joel.
Or eat more greens.
About 2 months ago.
More greens.
Yes. Eat more greens, then potentially add in a fruit. Then I think it was veggies, then a fruit, then a protein, and but never
carbs.
Fat.
Never
fat
carbs
or
carbs. Yeah.
Yeah. Beachbody will have to pay to send people to fix the bikes if they're unable to fix them.
Yeah.
They're going to have to eat
And
that
I mean,
cost.
it's not surprising considering how just very wobbly the bikes have looked in people's homes.
Yep.
In coaches' homes.
Yeah, we've seen it. Yeah, we've seen it on story after story after story.
Yeah.
They're doing, and they're like going back and forth, and the bike is going back and forth with them. It's wild. It's wild.
And Stacy, we also love that this happened just right before the quarterly call.
Next
It
Wednesday.
It will be
We really hope
fascinating.
someone mentions it.
Yeah, it'll be fascinating to see if anyone asks the question. Because
in live chat, if you remember, there's one lady that represents one of the investors, and she was so like honed in on Carl and asking specific questions, and you heard her go, okay, like that. Okay, that's like, I don't like your answer, but I'm not going to bring it up right now. But I'm duly noted that this was a answer. This is not good information, so I can't wait. I cannot wait to hear what she has to say.
I think she was with Bank of America, from what I recall.
Oh my gosh, Bank of America, give her a raise. Seriously, whoever she raised, because she deserves it.
I just think it's going to be interesting if with this coming out and then the quarterly news, that report coming out, it's going to be really interesting to follow their stock prices next week.
Oh yeah, I mean, maybe we have a stock price like little morning post to track it with us, but yeah, I'm surprised that this impacted 3 different, 1 Mix 2 and Mix 2 Plus connected exercise bikes. That's not good, especially after his promotion to sell more bikes to get that jersey.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean.
Which I haven't seen any coaches wearing those jerseys.
I found
Did
one
you guys
of them, just one. Yeah,
I've
one
seen
person.
Emma commented on my reel and said maybe Tour de Pants. Like she had some pretty good puns in my comment section.
Which speaking of, we are going back to Carl's letter. Emma already wrote hers and posted it and shared it.
Oh, yep.
We're writing Dear Carl letters. I am currently working on mine. I do have a blog and I never add anything to it, but I'm going to put mine up there and share snippets on Instagram. Hope everybody else does one. If you want to write a letter to Carl and don't want your name on it and want to post it anonymously, you can send it to me and I'll put it up and share it.
Absolutely.
But our voices deserve to be heard.
Yeah, I still have some thinking to do.
Yeah, it's going to take a while for me to write this. I'll probably have it done over the weekend. But I already have like 3 paragraphs written. It's a long one. That's why it's on my defunct blog that I think the last post was February.
Well, but I do think it's important to know too that Carl did like.
Yeah.
He liked Emma's Dear Carl letter.
Did he actually read it?
That's what I'm wondering. I'm like, what? You actually did you see this? Do you know what this said? Because it was beautifully written.
Yeah.
Analysts are predicting body sales will be down at least 18%.
We will see. So. We'll see what happens.
Because they're pushing really hard right now to get everybody onto the body platform with this healthy obsession workout.
Oh God. Yeah, and it seems like they did apparently like that was supposedly one of their most the original 8-Day Obsession was supposedly like a super popular program for them whenever it came out 4 years ago or however many years ago.
2017 was the VIP launch. Was the first time they had early access.
Okay.
So its public launch was 2018.
Wow. We'll see. Speaking of stock prices.
Yep.
Oh yeah, it was like $12.
It was
30, I don't know when it went.
The high was July 2021. The highest it got was like $12.73 a share when it went public. Something like that.
So it dropped a lot. And you said it was 63 down a drop for this year. Is that what you said?
Year to date, it's down 63%.
Yeah, that's a big drop.
$2.47 on January 1st.
Wow. Well, we're probably going to be I think I'm either going to record it or it was recorded last time because it's on that website that was hosted last time for the call. Did y'all remember if they do a video as well, or is it only an audio call?
It's just an audio call.
Okay. Well, I'm sure we'll be snarking to it.
Oh yeah. I can't wait.
Well, hell yeah. I can't wait. So it's going to come out on the 9th. I think maybe it's going to be earlier than that, but the whatever link I clicked on, we could sign up for it was the 9th. Okay. So we'll probably react to it within a couple of days of it coming out. Maybe this, I don't know. We'll be listening to it the same day. I can promise you that for me.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Oh, we will. We're never gonna miss a quarterly call while Beachbody is open. In my mind,
no.
Yeah. Yep. Well, it's been a good almost technical difficulty free not Zoom but stream. Live chat, you've been incredible. I love being able to have everyone's chat be populated in one place on the screen. I think that's a win. Love all your comments, and I'm always like going back and reading them. Replay crew, much love to you. If you support these other ladies, Cheryl had to her computer died. It's streaming to Cheryl's platform, Jen's, Amber's, Amy's, and mine. And if you got this far and like the video, we'd love for you to actually like the video and subscribe if you're interested in more Beachbody, anti-MLM, anti-scam, all the content. So,
and if you're interested in working with somebody who is total opposite of Beachbody,
Jen is your person. And so you're turning off the form for the $21 sneak peek today, correct?
Yeah, it'll be turned off tonight.
Okay. So y'all go get the sneak peek. She's having a guest speaker who's incredible, who's a
she's a neuroscientist.
She's a neuroscientist, and you're gonna have a 2-week sneak peek.
Yeah, it's 14 days inside. You get a coaching call with me, a 2-week workout calendar that you do not have to follow, access to a whole on-demand library of workouts, a recipe book, a training journal. There is one group call with me, and then we have the guest speaker at the end. And an announcement at the end just for people inside the sneak peek.
Go join. And we'll catch you on the next live stream. So we'll see you next time. I don't have an outro yet, so I'm just